the summer travel right now in China is very hot. I think it is the first summer vacation after COVID, and especially for families with children, they are taking them everywhere. Regardless from the big cities travel or some of the more exotic places like Xinjiang or the grassland, Sanya in Hainan Island, so everywhere is full of people. It is definitely a big boon for the travel industry right now.
Yeah, you talk about the travel industry. I'm curious about hotels, other related industries. You mentioned COVID, the pandemic, I'm sure really kind of hampered things for them. Are they rebounding?
Yes, it is. So from the pricing we're seeing right now, so for both air and also hotels, they're certainly making some inroads back, and we're seeing, hotel prices for attractive locations, even for some of the low-cost budget hotels, they are charging over $200 a night, so which is around 4 to 5 times their usual average price. So we're seeing definitely a lot of people, the travelers, spending good money.
Yeah, I spoke to a group today, a college group traveling here to the United States from China. I've also spoken recently to some Americans who've made that trip to China, but you still get the sense that the rebound is slow in both directions in terms of travel there. Where does international travel stand right now? And I imagine that's a growth potential area, right?
Yeah, so on one hand, I think international flights capacity, we're only at about 60% compared to pre-pandemic times. But it is the good news is that it's slowly recovering. So I think one of the major main issue for that's hampering the faster recovery is because of the lack of manpower. So we're not having enough people working in the industry. So not just the pilots and the cabin crew that people usually think about, but also especially the ground handling. So in airports, like the guys who help with the checking in and also the handling of the flights and servicing. So we're seeing that it's making it difficult for full recovery in the short term.
And Jonathan, when I talk to people who travel to China, obviously Great Wall's always on the agenda. So going to Beijing, Shanghai's also big. Xi'an, are you seeing any changes there? Some areas that are kind of popping that you would be surprised at?
Yeah, so I think in additional to some of the traditional tourist attractions that you mentioned, so I think a lot of the travelers now wanting to go to the up-and-coming cities, so the second and third-tier cities like Changsha, Wuhan, Xiamen, Hangzhou. So I think it's all, Chengdu, of course, is not a second tier, but it's also very attractive to people. And we're seeing also the university games happening. So there are quite a few big international events that are happening going forward in the next few months. So it's certainly going to be good for the economy.
Yeah, those are always a great magnet, aren't they? Jonathan, thanks so much for your insights. Appreciate it.
Thank you.